a big beat on all the headline numbers that we were watching out for there. What are the key takeaways from this set of results for you?
So, like SK Hynix revealed, most of the IT market is now in recovery mode. And we can see SK Hynix benefiting from the AI drive in the market. So its specialized memory chips are fully used by the main AI chip vendors and server manufacturers. So you can say that SK Hynix is really enjoying this recovery.
Yeah, so SK Hynix is in a very good position now. Do you feel like it's doing enough to defend its leadership in that high bandwidth memory space? Because we've got some of its competitors, including Samsung, also from South Korea, really building up investment as well.
Yes. So, the new memory that SK Hynix is really pushing is HBM, high bandwidth memory, and it had developed this years before its competitors, and it has a really good relationship with vendors like NVIDIA, and that relationship isn't going anywhere. And we see that this year's HBM is fully booked, so they're out of capacity and they need to build more. So SK Hynix is really investing more into this HBM sector. And you can see that HBM is actually a customized form of memory. So it's different from what Samsung has been doing, the more commodity type. So it will be a little bit difficult for Samsung to completely switch over to this new type of memory.
Well, we heard earlier from SK Hynix before these results were announced that it plans to invest $14.6 billion to build a new chip fabrication facility also in South Korea. But if we take a look at this chart, we can see that capex from SK Hynix has actually been slowing, never mind that big announcement. Are you expecting any more capex announcements from SK Hynix this year?
So actually, SK Hynix had been investing previously, and now most of the manufacturing that it had invested in the past in Korea is now almost being completed. So the new investments that they're announcing are plants like the US Indiana plant. So you can say we can see more to come from SK Hynix, and what they've previously invested, we will now see an increase in their capacity in the end of this year and next year.
How do you feel SK Hynix is placed in getting, some more of the US chip grant?
So currently, SK Hynix is not receiving any chip grants from the US government. But if you look at their announcement, they've announced they're building a new plant in Indiana, and this is for advanced packaging. Now, packaging is actually one of the areas that the existing US manufacturers are not investing. So it's a very good move because the packaging is not sufficient in the US. So we will probably see cases where chips are manufactured in the US, but have to go back to Taiwan or Korea for packaging and come back, because packaging is that last step, and we don't see a lot of companies investing in packaging. So this will help SK Hynix build better relationships, and we think the chances of SK Hynix receiving a US grant will go up with this new Indiana plant.